Oh, yeah.
Hey, Piano Man. Sure is great to be playing ASL in person again.
Oh, it sure is, Dave.
I'm still amazed that you can keep that one hand on that piano and your other hand moving these counters around and rolling them dice.
Surely I'm multi-talented.
Yeah, well, I know I'm supposed to, I know I already fired this stack of squads that you're building there, but I meant to throw smoke over here. Can I go back and do that? It's just right over, it won't affect the shot we just took.
Sure thing, Dave. I mean, go ahead. It's a friendly game.
Oh, thanks, Piano Man. You're the best.
Well, I sure am easy going.
You are, yeah, thanks. Oh, wait, I forgot to pick up that weapon in the rally phase. Can I go back and pick up that mortar?
Sure, Dave. It's a good thing this isn't the ASL Open or some other tournaments. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Hey, I know it's the start of turn 7, but I realized over there, back there on the other side of that river, I meant to pick up that light machine gun in the rally phase in turn 4. Can we go back to turn 4? Can I do that?
No, Dave. No. Oh, no.
Hello, David.
Hello, Jeff.
Hello, everybody. This is the Two Half Squads. Welcome.
Oh,
Here.
look at the audience, Jeff. I see Tommy, and I see Bob, and I see Mike, and I see Margaret.
I don't see any of them.
Remember Romper Room?
I do. With the mirror.
Yeah.
And there was no mirror in there. It was just a hoop.
It was just a hoop.
I thought,
So
and
we
I
could
always
see her
thought,
face.
what is she trying to pull over on us, little impressionable youngsters?
That's for anyone that grew up in the Chicago area.
Do you think that was a Chicago-only thing, Romper Room? Probably.
Well,
I don't know.
WGN, it probably was, but
Was Captain Kangaroo also
yes.
a Chicago thing?
Yeah, he pulled
or a
down.
national thing?
No, all that stuff. Mr. Green Jeans.
Yeah.
Dancing Bear, the
grandfather clock.
Fraser,
Yeah.
Thomas Fraser.
Oh yeah, that was Chicago.
And the
Garfield Goose.
Garfield Goose.
Yeah.
Bozo Show.
Bozo Show, though, that may have gotten around a little bit.
I
don't know.
I think it was just WGN, man, produced right. Well, I don't know if they may have distributed it. Listeners, chime in, let us know. But
These are important topics.
Certainly the one and only podcast dedicated 100% to the greatest game in the world.
Advanced Squad Leader.
And it is August 11th, 2020.
Yeah, we're about 6 months into the COVID-19 thing. How are you doing, Dave? You look super, by the way.
I had a great day
today. Good camera.
Yeah. Well, I had a rough morning at 6 a.m. I woke up and I scrolled through my news feed.
Oh.
And got a bit anxious about stuff. And then I was
don't do that.
Going around and seeing some people not taking it as seriously, and I'm thinking maybe I am being fooled. Maybe it is a giant hoax. And then I was like, no, I've come too far to just suddenly say, be reckless, live recklessly. And then a woman that was in contact with my wife and daughter called us to tell her she tested positive, and so then there was a little reality check. Oh yeah, there it is, coming in, sneaking in.
Does she have symptoms as well?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't know where she is today because this was just 2 days ago.
Yeah. Ooh.
But today, I did a huge bike ride and I did a huge walk to go pick up the car at Discount Muffler.
Oh yeah.
I got to get my bell over there, and
your car that wouldn't come down.
Well, yeah. But a year, 2 years ago, maybe I had the computers. I was going to go hoof it down to there to wait for the car to be finished, and I couldn't make it walking. And today I totally made it easy, so getting in shape much more than in the past. But yeah, the car on the rack. Do you want to tell the listeners why?
Well, it's your car. We had a bit of a storm. A squall. What did they call it? What's the official term for it?
Depeche
mode.
Yeah.
Weather
now, what
when
was
it's
it called?
It's called a drencher. I don't know.
It was. Aaron thought it was a Spanish word for a straight line, long line, and it was on the map. It was a storm coming like that.
Oh, is that right? That's what the word is?
Yeah, but got to remember, listeners, you can't hear the visuals we're making, so I'm just moving my arm across the screen.
Yeah. Well, and I had never heard the term, and I'm almost 50.
Yeah, I've never either.
I'm almost 40. And they say they come around every few years, and they come around, they're severe every 20 years. So you'd think I would have heard of this before. Well, I don't remember ever hearing it before. Anyway, it was coming roaring across the west, out of the plains, across Iowa. And I didn't know anything about it. I just happened to, I'd be chatting with one of my clients, and they have an office in Iowa, and they said our office in Iowa went down. And I said, well, how come? They said, well, there's a storm coming, So Robin and I, this was at about 3:30. So I went upstairs and I found Robin and I said, we need to go batten down the hatches. And we have hatches that you can batten down. So we got out the battening equipment. No, we went outside and we pulled in all the stuff and covered the pool, made sure the pool was covered, and took in all our stuff. And then watched this storm come through. And I get a message from you. Because we were chatting. Yeah, we started chatting amidst our little D&D group and had some levity passing around amidst the storm. But I was a little confused because you wrote and said that your car was at the shop and it wouldn't come down because they lost power. And they couldn't get it off the lift.
Yeah.
And so that they were texting you from the bathroom. They were all hiding in the bathroom.
Yeah. She called, actually. She called Laura. I'm so sorry, your car won't be done on time. In fact, it's stuck on the lift. We may not be able to get it down until they give us power. I don't know.
Your car won't be done on time. It sounds like you're in a bathroom. We are in the bathroom. How come they can't get a car down? You would think with gravity and everything.
There must be an emergency.
Most people are familiar with.
I don't know.
Let the air out of the thing or let the oil out of the lift. And
I don't know.
So is it still up there or did you
go?
No.
I went for the giant bike ride, and then while I was furthest out that I go, about an hour plus, Laura texted, the car's done. So, and then I'm like, yeah, I should have just waited and walked down there. So I did both.
And I'm sorry, when was the bike ride? After the storm?
It was at 8. No, it was this morning. Oh, yeah, they had the car overnight.
This morning. Oh, okay.
They had the car overnight, because it was late.
Yeah.
So, yeah, then I hoofed it all the way down there and drove back. So, all good.
But you didn't have any other residual damage from the storm or anything? It kind of passed through here very quickly, briefly, didn't do much.
There were 2 trees down blocking the bike path, but I could portage over the trunks.
Oh, I thought you were going to say, I lifted the trees.
And no, those things are heavy.
Okay. They don't look that heavy.
They don't, but when we had a tree go down in the backyard many years ago, Megan was she was like 3 or something. And I went out there, looked at these branches, and I'm like, this giant part of the tree trunk, and I'm like, I think I'm just going to lift that over to the fence, roll it out front.
Yeah.
I couldn't budge the thing.
Yeah.
I had to go rent a chainsaw, and in those days I was afraid of chainsaws, and Megan was toddling around out there, and I'm like chainsawing this thing, and Laura was at work. I cut my leg off, and my toddler daughter's just going to watch me die slowly. Dad, play. Dad, play.
That's ridiculous, Dave. You wouldn't die slowly. You'd die really fast.
So yeah, other than that, apparently it hit some other places harder than here. But the tornado alarm went off. It was fun to be sitting down in the basement with Aaron and Laura and I, and
yeah, a little together time.
Yeah, I had to clear off the gaming table to make room for them to sit. So like, what is all this stuff doing out?
Yeah. We sort of enjoyed a few minutes of watching the Weather Channel, which is all I can take because they're so dramatic. And they found some video footage of somewhere in Plainfield where a tree fell over, and they kept showing this footage over and over and over and over. I'm like, aren't you getting any other footage? Could it be that you're making more out of this than it is? I mean, I know it was serious in certain parts. It was,
but yeah, there was
pretty serious, but
no tornado in the end. And
yeah. Anyway, we
Well,
survived, and none of the squad leader stuff got wet.
yeah, well, that's the thing to worry about. Keep it up off the floor.
That's what I do. I keep it up off the floor. It's on level 3 behind me.
Yeah, I see it back there.
Yeah, there's 2 levels of stuff below it that are
More dispensable.
I guess so. I don't want to say it too loud and get it upset. So what else is happening there, sir?
Well, I did my first Kickstarter for
What?
gaming table.
Oh,
Like
you're
real
donating,
gaming
you're contributing to a Kickstarter to get a gaming table.
Fine, yes.
Or did you start a Kickstarter? Dave is
No.
sick and needs money for a gaming table.
No, I earned that
Okay.
that big, huge subbing job I did last year,
Yeah.
and my wife felt no longer felt the need to dispute it as a big waste of money, which it probably is in the long run.
Well,
So-
it'll end up in a landfill someday, Dave. But don't worry about that.
So I'm thinking this will have value to somebody when I pass.
No.
It's a company called Wormwood, and the clients had texted me and said, "Hey, if you're seriously looking, which you say you are, they're opening up this Kickstarter at 2:00, and go fast, and you might get free shipping." So I was calculating at 1:30, calculating what I was going to purchase, because they got this modular system with add-on drink trays and game trays, and obviously the stuff, flexi, And so I was doing all the calculations. He goes, "Oh, it's going to launch in 10 minutes early. It's going to launch early in about 10 minutes." So then I should have went right into Kickstarter, because by the time I got in there, 2 minutes after it started, I'm like, "Oh, I'm going to get in there quick and get free shipping." Boy, was I underestimating what quick is on the internet.
Well, I'm underestimating how many people are interested in that kind of thing enough to be waiting for
By a
on the
lot.
Kickstarter.
Thousands.
Really?
Yes, thousands. Because when I got there, I said him, "Send me the link in my mail so I can just click it, and I don't have to go flipping around searching
Yeah.
Kickstarter, because I'm new to this." And then my password didn't work, so they had to send me one, and I kept putting in my wrong email. So
Oh.
I lost
Oh,
a
dear.
precious 5 more minutes just getting the password changed. And when I hit it, it was like the free shipping gone, this gone, wave 1 in a couple, and then so I ended up getting in September 2021 delivery date.
Well, what was
a year?
what's the close delivery date?
I'm trying to remember that accurately. It's probably, well, I think I was 6, 7, maybe 8 slots down. I was like wave 8.
Oh, okay.
So 8 months before, I think it was January, the upcoming January.
Oh, okay.
Some people could start getting them.
Wow.
I was like psyched. I'm like, I'm getting a gaming table. I'm going to have it right as COVID dies when the snow comes and freezes all the COVID germs. I am going to have it, and all my friends are going to come over, and I'm excited. And then I realized I hit August or the month before that. No, it's taken. What? It said there were 400 slots, and then I go to the next one, 500 available. I'm like typing. I got to put in my credit card. Oh no! Why didn't I put in a credit card? So I go to that. Oh, sorry, that's gone too. And then I go to the September, and at least it comes up. Well, we do have your credit card ready, and I'm like, go, 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 and it's like, you were in September 2020. So hey, I waited 4 years to seriously. You remember we were at Gen Con?
Well,
I
yeah,
said if I can
yeah.
find one for less than what were those 4,000
I don't recall.
custom made.
You'll know.
Like you can get one of these with no additional stuff. 1,300 in maple.
Yeah.
500 table floor, 900. Yeah, maple. It's it has the interior drop-in thing and with the cover. So then I'm going to add on the drink trays, and they're magnetic. They fit in these slots, and they magnetically stick, and it's going to be cool, Jeff. And you'll get to be the first one to see it.
But you expect me to wait until September
2021.
2021. Holy cow!
Into the next Bears season. Yeah, assuming there is one this year.
Yeah,
that's my big news.
That's big. That's big. Did you have to plump down all the money all at once?
No, only 300. And luckily,
okay.
Austin texted me said just hit go, hit 300, just push the button, push the button, get in line. And later you go in and change it because I got distracted looking for adding in, changing the amount. He's like, no, just hit go. So he got in July and he was on time,
I never realized there was that Kickstarter was it's like a contact sport, sounds like.
Well,
I've never done one. I mean, I've gone on and I've seen it. I've donated to worthy causes and stuff through it, but I've never done something like that. So there's a whole technique that you're learning. Now, where is Wormwood? Where's the company?
I think it's Pennsylvania. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Lots of YouTube videos.
We could go get it, Dave. If it would save some time, let's just do a road trip in August.
Yeah, they'll still be building them. So, but anyway, that's cool.
That would be fun. And it's gaming. It's gaming related. You could probably figure out how to play ASL on there.
Easily.
Yeah.
You can have a game set up on the interior, and then cover it up. Do a shorter game on the top when your other friend comes over, and then take that one off, and down inside the table is the other game still set up.
Or what you could do is leave all your other games set up and then just bring over your laptop and open it up.
On Vassal.
To Vassal. Listen to us. We're Vassal snobs now. How quickly we were converted. I spoke to Mr. Spilkey the other day and helped him get his computer issues sorted out so that he could get Vassal working. And so he's very excited to get started with it. We're going to play Guards Counterattack, I guess. Is that the very he wants to play just the very basic scenario to get his feet wet with it. So we're going to do that. Yeah. Should be fun.
Excellent indeed. Well, we have a whole lot of things to take a look at tonight. Do you have a box we need to open up?
I do.
Package that came in the mail?
This was a beautiful box.
Speaking of Rich.
My wife, Robin, kept coming by and saying, is that garbage? I'll take that out. No, it's not garbage. Are you sure that's not garbage? Yeah, no, it's not garbage. She said, it sure looks like garbage. And it kind of does. But so here it is.
Oh, you got to hide the addresses. But it's from a malevolent benefactor?
Mysterious benefactor.
Oh, not malevolent benefactor.
Not malevolent, as far as we know. It could be mysterious and malevolent.
Yeah, pop that open. I did tweet that out, and I blacked out the addresses. Wasn't that good of me?
Let me get out my knife.
Jeff's showing a very large knife now for you podcast listeners. He's cutting.
Ow!
Oh, look at the blood spurt.
Well,
flipping it out.
Look at that.
What is it, Jeff, for our
It's
podcast listeners who
it's a
can't?
propeller. Oh, you got one too. It's a propeller hat.
That's because I opened the box before I brought it to your house.
No wonder it was.
You made a
It looked
reference
like it.
to not having beanie hats when we speak to a certain intelligent ASL player.
Yeah, I said
We're
we need
still-
some propeller. These are real propeller hats. Or as they say in France, a bonnet avec hélice.
Does it say that on there?
Bonnet avec hélice, which means a hat with a helicopter or with a propeller, I guess.
It comes with these plastic
Okay, here we-
ones in there, but I don't know how to get those to attach to what we got. So don't put any time into it now. But if I think that hole is too small, but I would like to put this orange one on my propeller hat.
You try it. I'm trying this because I'm challenged in so many ways. I'm actually wearing this over my headphones, so it's guaranteed to be excellent. Well, these are excellent.
Yes, thank you, mysterious benefactor.
Yeah. Thank you
It's
for your
wonderful.
mysterious benefaction. And there's another one here. How
I
many
have
did
two. You have two. Yeah, I took
Okay.
two out of there before I resealed it and brought it over to your house.
we'll have to put on our propeller hats to figure out how these extra propellers go on?
Yes, because we're not smart enough without our
Yeah.
hats on.
That's really nice. Super nice. Thank you, mysterious
Thank you.
benefactor. That's we just talk about something and it shows up. What should we talk about next? How about fresh
no,
Alaskan salmon?
Okay. Oh, I love fresh Alaskan salmon. I was going to go for $1 million, but okay.
Well, we'll start small.
And then we have, I think, an
These are from
audio.
Perry.
Yeah, probably. Oh, look at your hair. That's the problem with having hair. His hair,
Yeah, it
his
is a
hair's all
problem.
skinny
It's a
up.
curse.
My bald head looks exactly the same after I took off my beanie. And we have an audio letter. What do you call it? A call-in?
Yes, a call-in. I would call it that.
You
All
can-
right, let's see
Yeah,
if we
we
can play this.
our big letters episode last time.
Here we go.
Hey, Dave, this is Tim Stone, longtime listener, maybe third or fourth time caller. You were talking about Onslaught to Orsha II with Rich today, and one of the things that he finds exciting about that is the larger hex format of the map. I'm actually curious. I haven't played Squad Leader or Advanced Squad Leader in a very long time, but isn't there a situation where the outcome or the resolution of a particular line of sight, I want to say it's like bypass or wall bypass, where you're only allowed to do this if it's less than a width of a counter? And I got to thinking that with scale change on a map such as that, wouldn't that negate or otherwise alter that rule in such a way that you would have to have a device or something similar scaled as a counter would be to meet the scale of the map? It's an interesting problem. I wanted to know if you, Dave, or even Rich had come across this and what the solution to that would be. I'm quite curious. Thanks a lot. Right. Great podcast as always.
Oh, thank you very much.
Well,
And do you
I
remember
would,
that?
I would answer that, but he didn't mention me at all because I am chopped liver.
But I think was that the episode that was just you and Rich too, I wonder? Because
Yeah,
when you looked at the maps, yeah, that's a problem. Now, Jeff, do you even remember the rule about
I do remember the rule. Yeah,
do
when
we
you're,
ever measure? Do we ever do that much?
I think we don't do it that much, but we have measured before.
We have, but
Yeah.
not very often. And sometimes I'm playing someone and I see them. The rule is like when you're going along a woods.
And bypassing.
Yeah, it wasn't the wall itself, but the wall had some effect. I didn't look up the rule, but yeah, you have to be able to fit the width of a counter between the
Between the hex side and the
Yeah, to have enough room there to bypass it with a vehicle. So
Right.
he's absolutely right. And I think I just ignore it when I'm on larger boards. I suppose you could go to there are no smaller boards for OTO and stuff like that, right?
No, right.
Historical games.
So I don't maybe use 2 counters. How much bigger are the bigger hexes? Actually, I don't know how much they are in relation to the regular geomorphic board hexes.
I'll find out how much larger.
Yeah,
I just put on my beanie hat and I double. It's a double. It's to just use 2 counters and that'll solve your problem.
Wow.
No, I'm kidding. I don't know what, but yeah, remind everyone that is the rule in ASL. So if you want to surprise your opponents when they're bypassing, if you don't use it very often,
Do it.
bring it up.
Oh.
So next up.
Oh, by the way, you dropped something else off at my house. Did we want to do that? This?
Oh, yes, we do. I have one also. What is that, Jeff? Do you know what that is?
Well, I do now because I didn't know what it was, and I didn't know there would be a problem with the way I opened it. So I opened it. About 112 pieces went flying all over the place and on the floor.
It has to go upside down, right?
Yeah, it took quite a while to clean that up.
Well, we got this in the mail from
Thanks for the warning.
Derek Ritter, one of our sponsors at Ritterkrieg.com. You should all go there and order your merchandise. And I can't open mine now. Somehow I avoided it falling out.
I want to be sure
this one won't open. Oh yeah, there we go.
Wait, it's like a Chinese puzzle box.
Is this the correct way?
Yeah, that's the correct way.
So what these are is we have 2 different. No, don't do that. He's winking. Okay, see.
Yeah, that is.
Somehow I actually managed to do it correctly the first time.
Oh, you're good.
Must have got lucky. Or this one has lettering. Doesn't yours have lettering on it? These are boxes that are made by Derek Ritterkrieg, and they are the counter stacking trays. Mine is the 101st Schwaffen SS Panzervabaluta.
Mine does not have any lettering on it.
Oh, okay. That's why, maybe why it didn't open properly. So you open these up, and you can find a video that Derek put out there illustrating their use of these counters. But they are numbered. Like this one says 9. And what do we do, Jeff? We pull one up. Did you get all yours back in the right places?
I did, yes.
9.
Yeah,
so
because I'm amazing.
This little guy will hold 9 counters. And it's great for like the beginning of the game, certainly when you got all your kill stacks, you got to move them on up a certain distance.
So you put all your counters out, you put this over the top, and then slide them around like that?
Well, I would put them all in. Mine, this is a number of 4. So
right,
I just
see how that works.
Courtesy of Bill Forg. Boy, Jeff, look at all the friends we have from our podcast.
An abundance. We are abundant.
These are all my old Russians. I had them mixed, the new ones and the old ones, because I'm greedy and obsessive and materialistic. Then I decided this is ridiculous. Why do I have these 2 different sizes and colors of counters? And I pulled out these Russians while waiting for my opponents to take their turn. And we load this tray. So I have to get rid of these counters eventually. But I take 4 of those. I just drop them on into the counter tray.
Drop them into the counter holder.
And then I have my stack of like 3 squads and a light machine gun. And the 4 fit right in there. So
and then what?
You move them.
Well, I'm not going to move stacks of counters around. Everybody knows that's not good.
when you're especially I think when at the beginning of the game when you're doing a lot of that maneuver.
Oh, okay.
Older style games too.
okay.
Newer ones have less of that, but if you're playing a lot of the early scenarios, you've got actual several turns of just moving in convoys, columns,
True.
hovering around the board.
Yeah.
Also, if you're going to be sitting, like if I'm doing night games, I think this in black, you have the white version or the wood color, right?
Yeah, that's right. It's
Yeah.
a tan.
But I like these black ones. These could be your no move counters. I spent a lot of the game waiting to come out of a no move, and then you're not going to knock them over accidentally either. I'm going to cover this up with my concealment, and then boom. Like see you accidentally. Jeff's trick is he always accidentally knocks him over. He's like, "Oh, here I'm just next to that guy."
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Oh,
now you can't knock
too
it
much
over.
caffeine, Dave.
Right. You knock
man.
it just moves. You can't knock it over. No more revealing those concealed squads. And especially if I'm in a tournament, I may really want to have a set of these too to help protect my setup and so on.
I wonder if Derek is printing these from a 3D printer. That's what I'm guessing.
I believe it's totally his thing. Yes, I do believe so. I think he got the idea from his daughter. Does he have a daughter? I guess I shouldn't say things I don't know for sure. So,
his mistress. From his mistress.
No, I'm edit that out.
Every guy has a mistress. Every good man has a mistress.
So we have these little trays from Will Forg.
Maybe Moneypenny. Moneypenny told him.
And now we have these, Jeff.
We do. Well, that's really cool. And he sells these on the website? I actually didn't look.
Get them on the website.
Okay.
I don't know if we're going to offer one up as a prize someday, maybe.
Yeah, I think we should. I think that's good. We don't want to be, well, not everybody here wants to be a greedy, materialistic, capitalist pig. I want to share with the people. Okay. Cool. Thanks, Derek.
Indeed.
All right. What else? Do we have more what's in the box? Should we go on to Onslaught to Orsha?
Well, guess what? That's in the box.
Oh, that's in the box. Well, let's just say what's in the box. What's in the box?
And one of our sponsors provided us with the box, unlike other companies who I'm not sure we should support anymore, like Multiman Publishing.
Actually, Perry's been sending me lots of stuff lately.
What, you just haven't been telling me.
I'm holding out. No. What do you got there, Dave?
Well, this is, you have a copy of this available to you also. This is the rules, Bounding Fire Productions, Onslaught to Orsha. So Jeff and Rich covered the maps previously and the charts in great detail that Rich helped to write. This is the rules, BFP1. They have the slope rules in here again. They're in most of these larger Bounding Fire projects. Don't be afraid of them. Mike, Rizzy, and I have been playing with the slopes in the Objective Schmidt that we've been doing online.
Yeah.
You know, both he and Dave Timonen left for vacation or work vacations at the same time. And I went from playing ASL 4 times a week, Vassal, to just 1 because you even let me down last week. But my son.
What did I do last week?
Yeah, we had to cancel last week.
Okay.
One day.
That's right. Yeah,
one day. We moved one to Friday.
That's right. Okay.
Culverts.
I'll make it up to you.
Rain, ground, snow. You got machine gun cupola. Do you remember having cupola couple of conversations?
I do, yeah, from way back. Yeah. Yeah, which is great. I can't wait to get my copy of this because I love that stuff. And I love the slope rules. I don't like playing slopes, but I love the slope rules. So you've been playing the slope rules, you said.
In the Objective Schmidt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you don't find them that difficult?
No, they're not. Once you read through, that game also has a primer
Yeah. Okay.
tutorial written on how to play them.
Yeah, maybe we'll have to do like a vassal. We'll do a terrain time about slopes, probably upcoming at some point,
Oh, and using
and do a little vassal demonstration, and as much description as we can for those people that want to listen on the podcast. But then for people that want to see it, we have it
this
right
game
there.
has the terrain combos: grain, road, orchard, shell holes. Grain road seems new to me, but that can't be that difficult. Culverts, which we had originally in the MMP, red barricades, I believe. And then page 3, counter battery module. Now, I haven't read about this. I don't know. I don't remember if you and Rich talked about counter battery module.
No, we did not. And if we did, and I don't remember, it's embarrassing.
This module does not have plentiful or scarce ammo types, nor must it ever make an access draw. It never places an FFE or effects on board or aerial units. Instead, a counter battery module's attack is used to affect the opposing side's OBA capabilities.
Oh,
Get it? Sure, like it's attacking off board.
so it's not a counter battery; it's a counter battery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What did I say?
Well, you called it a counter battery, but that was throwing me off. But it's a counter battery. It's a battery against the battery.
Yeah, and then
It's
you
a
make
counter battery attack. Yeah.
Yeah, so you
Okay.
can make a die roll, and then like the
Okay.
results can be the lowest caliber enemy OBA module is considered to have drawn 2 reds and is eliminated.
Okay.
Add 1 red card to the pile if you don't roll as much. Add any enemy FFE change to harassing fire effects, but the same blast area. If the enemy module is conducting a smoke mission, full smoke is flipped to dispersed. So at the weakest, it looks like it can reduce the effectiveness of the attack of it. And at the best, it can just take it out on a final die roll of a 2.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, that's an idea that happened a lot and more. Definitions and abbreviations are already here on page 3 and 4. So that's it. Page 5 gets into the campaign game rules and Onslaught to Orsha.
Yeah.
Through the normal stuff, we don't get into a whole lot. Perimeters, fortifications, charts, refilling charts, repurchasing tables, recon tables, an index up to page 21, 22 index.
Yeah,
and
Zooks.
Something I found interesting also, and Jeff, you remember we did commit to playing a campaign game.
We did. Did we say which one? Was it going to be a Orsha?
Nope.
Or was it the Objective Schmidt?
No, it's going to be
Poland in Flames.
Michael. No, it's an MMP product. Hatton and
Flames.
Wait, Poland in Flames? What's the name of the Hatton? Hatton in Flames? Did they steal that from
a lot of stuff in flames? Yeah,
Germany.
Isn't it Poland in Flames?
Yeah, for sure it's Poland in Flames, and that came out before.
No, it's Onslaught to Poland.
So,
anyway.
Look, SASL games. Do you know what those are? SASL?
Solo ASL.
Yep, Solitaire ASL. Yeah. And so there's a mission tables. I actually played some of these, and I sold my box set on eBay. And then I regretted it because we started doing the podcast, I think. So then I bought it again.
Oh, did you?
When MMP offered it without a box.
Oh, I do kind of remember that. One Christmas or something, they were cleaning house.
They had stuff with no box. Yeah. So I went ahead and grabbed it again. Well, you think during this time of more isolation, I'd be playing solitaire, but Vassal's more fun. But it's interesting stuff. And it's ironic. I sold my copy with a box and then had to buy one without a box. What is that telling you, Jeff?
You need a box.
I need a box. I need that original box. Listeners, send me an original box to SASL. My life's not complete.
Could you tip your screen back? I can only see you from your nose up. I don't know if it matters to you.
No, I'm showing this
Okay. All right. There you go. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's that light bugging me.
It's
I'll fix
that
it.
light. Yeah, we got to work. We both need to work on our lighting a little bit.
You get two of these. You get the enemy activation tables, which is like as you're moving across the board, you roll randomly to activate these concealed units that you put all around. You don't even know what they are. You roll randomly to see what they are, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And there's 2 missions. Solitaire ASL. Here's the second mission. And here's some random events for the OTO tables. Looks like they are probably unique in some ways, I would imagine. And then you get this usual bit. You get a nice little page showing the whole board, the whole map that came with. I assume you and Rich showed last time.
Yeah.
All that in OTO, including counter sheets. Come up just like your Broken Ground design.
Beautiful counter sheets.
So far, I think no one has claimed those sniper counters, so we've announced it on the last show. Somebody just needs to email us and just we'll mail it out. And of course, don't assume that someone else has that already. Maybe I can tweet out when it gets taken. But yeah, nice counters. So this counter sheet is, and all these planes, they just do such a great job with these airplanes now.
Yeah, the printing, the detail, the color is excellent. Really excellent. Easy to read.
Different types of planes. Looks like you're getting the CBM module marker for that counter battery fire. Back sides, there's this half sheet of the mine roller damage counters, which Rich talked about with you. Mine roller damage, the Axis Allied location control counters. A wonderful turn counter here. You know, Dave loves his unique.
Oh, yes.
On the back of that's some kind of Russian thing.
Yes, yes.
Unit symbol.
Very lovely.
For the Army group. Combat victory point markers. There's more machine guns. I know the German machine guns are very unique from Objective Schmidt. I'm assuming there's some of that here also. And German planes also, again, uniquely done to specific types of, I don't know what they are, Stukas or, boy, that I don't recognize the shape of that wing. 152 artillery piece and OBR 37R. Oh, Russian captured weapons in the German. That's what the little are.
Okay.
Yeah, get some more large mortars. And then you have a set of, and again, I have not popped these out, but the colored infantry counters, you know, the cupolas we looked at already.
Yeah.
The sheet of paper, but look at the routing side. They're more like running away. I don't know. Can you see that, Jeff?
I do. Yeah, I can see that. So it looks like one guy's on the ground, one guy's running toward the fourth wall, so to speak. And one guy's just running off to the side. Yeah. That's interesting.
Different. And then all the new tanks that you're going to get. We have the tank sheets coming up next. Some extra orchard counters. This thing called sparse orchards. I forget that. I wonder if that.
Oh, yes.
You know, we haven't dug into the Japanese module that we got from them. Our first one ever from
Blood and Jungle?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or did we buy that one?
I don't recall.
Sparse orchards, I have to figure that out.
Yeah.
Burning brick counters, and looks like a set of area counters in the lowercase A, B, C, D, E, F, and then a double case A, A, B, B counter for.
So you got plenty of
all the nationalities, or most all
counters.
Yeah.
Oh, those burning wrecks! Those burning wrecks are very nice.
And fire red, and overall, you're looking at, from the back of the game packet, you got your 32 scenarios. We're not going to look at. We decided, right? I can look them specifically later if I have time, or you can do a deep dive. 370 half-inch counters, 384 5/8 inch, 2 of the maps and a historical map sheet. Oh, yeah, 3 around the Orsha Plain, June 44. The rules we looked at, the map boards, double-sided, you guys looked at last time, and the quick play charts. And a whole set of the new definitions for the vehicles.
Vehicles? Yes, vehicles. I know how excited everybody gets about their vehicle sheets.
The PT3 mine roller system.
Oh, yes.
Some KVs with flamethrowers, I think, is the unique thing there. M4A2s, so those are Americans. Yeah. In 1942, we began shipping them these vehicles. So it's the Russian colored, as well as the British Matildas.
Mm-hmm.
We'll go a waltzing Matilda. It's interesting, they're inferior tanks, so if they're labeled heavy tanks for the British, the Russians didn't necessarily consider them heavy tanks.
We'll show you what heavy tank is.
Oh, that was the back of the sheet. In the front end, you got your T-70s, some variation on it, several mine rollers, and then you got...
that mine roller is an odd thing.
Well, there's the flail tank from the British. I think was that the only one?
That seems like a better idea to me than this mine roller thing.
Have you looked at the actual vehicles, how they worked?
I looked. Yeah, I actually saw a couple of YouTube videos about them, and they had these, just these metal wheels that would go out in front of the tank. These sets of metal wheels, and they would hit a mine and blow up, and it just seems like it would blow up, and then they'd have to replace it with another one because it would wreck the wheel. It just it looked inefficient. Just from the video I saw, it looked inefficient. But I'm sure it was much cleverer than what I'm thinking.
It definitely looks like just a bunch of round...
Just like a bunch of round wheels.
Wheels from a tank.
Yeah.
Metal.
Yeah, on the front of a frame that goes out and they push out in front of the tank.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want that job. Any of that job. No.
No.
Thank you, no.
There's Valentine tanks also from the British in the Russian colors now with the upgunned, I believe it said these are 57Ls. Yeah, well, I did read this one. I remember part of it was they had to take out a machine guns to make room for this bigger gun. And then another version, the 10, added it back in somehow. A coaxial gun. The M10s, the U.S. provided 52 Wolverine tanks to the Soviets. And M5A1s, the M17, MGMs, the American Jeep. Boy, that doesn't look like a Jeep. Jeep GPA. Is that the amphibious? Yeah, that's the amphibious version of a Jeep. So you get those counters in there. Of course, you get your notes that you need. The ordnance notes and the truck counters from the Americans in the color for the Russians, and some kind of guns. Forgot to look at that, but some kind of new guns or more guns. And then there's the notes, of course, that you guys had mentioned on the mine roller. So it looks. Is this the little charts Rich was talking about? Do you remember?
Yes, I think
that's the little graphs that go with the pictures, right? Or
right.
With the rules.
Yeah.
So that's a whole page of rules for the PT tanks, mine roller, PT.
Oh, okay. Yep.
And they can get recalled apparently. Your examples, page and a half on that, but I would be anxious to try them.
Yeah, I think it'd be fun.
And lastly, what do you get with the Germans here? You get your Panzer III OP. What was the OP? Observation tanks? Fully tracked artillery batteries led to the need for tracked observation vehicles. Yeah. So these are some modified vehicles with for observing the OBA attacks and so forth. You get a German Panzer T-34/M41. What the heck is that? Several German panzer and infantry divisions used the T-34 tanks during Operation Bagration. This represents just a captured T-34. That's what it looks like. Yeah. Yeah. Armed with the high-velocity 76mm F-34 gun, designated the P-34/M41. Repainted with German markings, fitted with radios, and put into frontline service. So, and then some of those SDKFZ thingy
Yes. Yep.
little guys.
A little over. Let's see that again. A little over to the. There we go. Perfect. Perfect. Oh yes.
Several types.
Yes.
So less German things. The notes are only that long, and then looks like 2 new types of guns, or I don't know. Oh, yeah. This is one of these is the captured Russian one I mentioned earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, both of them are. Yep, both of them are captured Russian guns in German colors, and I think that covers everything you get in the box.
Wow, that's a lot.
It's a lot. Again, what was
It's
it?
a lot.
34 scenarios.
Yeah, get your money's worth.
Whoa.
Definitely get your money's worth. I'm eager to play one of those scenarios with those seeps, those amphibious jeeps.
Yeah,
That looks like fun. I've got a friend of mine owns an amphicar, which is
for
one
real.
of those. Yeah, he's got a real amphicar. He used to take it down. It's been a couple of years, but he would take it down to Lake Michigan and just drive right into the lake, drive around, come out.
For real?
Yeah.
Did they let him do that?
They do. They do.
Not illegal?
No, I think as long as he has flotation devices.
Yeah, some kind of permit or
Yeah.
safety.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah. It's pretty wild. It really turns some heads. He's invited me to go with him, but it doesn't look safe. I mean, the thing does not look safe. But he's very proud of that vehicle. So, wow, that's a ton of stuff. Great,
yeah, it is.
Great value. Head on over to Bounding Fire Productions and order that, folks. If you haven't, we don't know why you haven't. We keep telling you to.
Onslaught Orsha II.
Yeah.
Next up could be Quad de Guerre. We've been getting some mail asking us to get moving and take a look at that Denon stuff inside there. Of course, we had the practice map from the designer, which I think was at your place. I think you gave it to me, and it's over there.
I did, yeah.
Yeah, it's over there rolled up. So we've seen that, but we haven't seen this final version, and we'll crack into that on the next show, but we usually don't promise anything.
Or the one after that, yeah. We try not to promise anything. Yeah. You know. So, well, I guess that wraps up this episode.
All right.
I think we're out of time.
And
so, good to see you, Dave.
Yep, good to see you. Thanks for listening, everybody.
Thank you, everybody. We love you. And we love our sponsors. And if you would like to sponsor the podcast or participate in making this podcast even better, you can head on over to Patreon and become a patron. Or you could send us a donation right from our website. You could use PayPal or something like that.
Yeah,
or you could just pass this show on to other people, because apparently there are ASL players that do not listen to this podcast. It could be because they don't know how. And maybe they just need a little help.
And there are non-players that listen to this podcast, which is always a very high compliment.
Yeah, it is.
Yes, and if you do the Patreon, you get the Bonsai read-alouds.
Yes.
10 is coming up. Yeah.
Yes.
10 is coming up next, Bonsai issue 10. I know it sounds like it goes back a long ways, folks, but I recorded that just recently, and there is a great mortar, small mortar, mostly, article by Tim Huntsdorfer in there. Just again here, and some players were asking us to go more into the basics of the game and the tactics and strategy.
Yeah.
If you can afford to grab it in Patreon, grab it, because that's a whole lot of strategic concepts, ideas, and playing tips in those articles as we present them. And yeah, so there you go.
Great. Super
right.
duper. All right, Dave. Well, I look forward to seeing you on the battlefield. I guess we're going to try that for Wednesday. No,
Yes,
Friday, Thursday. I can't
Um,
remember now. Thursday. No, Wednesday.
Wednesday.
It doesn't matter. Nobody cares but us. All right, so I'll see you then, and thanks everybody for listening. And remember,
Roll low,
and rally well,
but
but not when you're playing us. Yeah, it's true. All right, bye everybody.
Bye bye.
Da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da.